Hi, everybody. This is Tom Riddle from Virtual Intelligence Briefing. Thanks for attending our quarterly customer update. I'm joined today by our president and founder, Sean Shea. Today's agenda, we're going to start with a quick overview of ViB at 10,000 feet. Most of you know about us. We've got some new people today, so we'll go over there. What's our differentiation and really what as a company makes us tick? We're going to touch base quickly on our solutions, our Smart Send email marketing program, our State of the Industry survey program, qualified sales meetings, market intelligence, our new win-loss analysis solution, and we're going to talk a little bit about our program, our monthly Art and Science of Success Series webinars about marketing best practices that are free to you to enjoy. And lastly, we'll be talking about our exciting new referral program where if you're experiencing success, as most all of our customers are, or all of our customers are with ViB, you could feel free to refer us to other customers and enjoy the rewards of that program. So a little bit about us. Most of you, again, know who we are, but for the people that are new, we provide marketing services. So our differentiations are really two, and we'll touch on one on this slide. We've got a 2 million plus engaged community that respects our brands, ranging from working level practitioners up to C-level and across a variety of company sizes in virtually all industries. A lot of different domains from IT, OT, operations, finance, HR, and a lot more. One of the keys differentiators for us is to level to which we can precisely target for you, and the fact that we have tremendous affinity with our end user community. And we'll talk a little bit about why later in this webinar. And because of that affinity, they're extremely receptive to our offers, which we selectively put in front of them. So the second part about what makes us tick, and I think Sean says it best, very simply, if your customers are satisfied, it's hard to fail in business. And that's really the simple credo by which the company is run. So one of the things we're very proud about, and we continually do customer satisfaction surveys, is we've got a 4.8 out of 5 rating. The majority of our new customers were referrals from people like you on this webinar today. 63% of customers who leave an organization do business with us as their next company. We've got a really high renewal rate, and we're going to talk a bit here about the fact that our delighted customers spread the word for us. So a few of our delighted customers who spread the word, you can click later on these links and learn a little bit more about them and what they like about us. And these are all individuals who've spoken on our behalf on previous Art and Science of webinars. And we'll provide links to all those webinars here at the end of this presentation. So another thing that separates us, or I shouldn't say separates us, it's something that makes us feel good. As a company, with your help together, we've been very successful, and we like to share some of that success with people that are less fortunate than us, from doing missions in places like Haiti to contributing to a variety of great causes. And we also have an employee pay it forward program where we allow our employees on paid days to go volunteer on things that they're passionate about. And so at a high level, a little bit about our solutions. One of the things I'd like to point out is that we don't get into any solution area unless we feel there can be amount of differentiation in the way we approach that particular problem to be solved. And only if we've heard from a bunch of our different loyal customers that this is something that they're having a problem with from others and they really need our help with. And one of the things you'll see is that all of these solutions work together. So we'll touch really quickly on some of these at a high level, and then we'll drill down one slide on each. So I think, to my way of thinking, it all starts with our market intelligence program. And this is something that our customers typically do with us once a year. And what it tells you is what should you be doing, what you should be focusing on. And it's really one of the highest leverage dollars that you can spend, because for a $15,000 to $17,000 price, it's going to help you determine how to spend your most precious resources, or how to use your most precious resources, which is how you deploy your people and how you deploy and target your budget. And so that program focuses on understanding awareness and perception and needs and buying behavior of your target market, that awareness and perception of you and your competition. And so a second solution we're going to talk about today is our SmartSend solution. It helps you extend your reach via our community. That community, as we mentioned, has high affinity for our brand. And this is used at the awareness and consideration stages in the marketing funnel. And then to complement that, and most of our customers use both of these solutions, to have a blended approach, is our differentiated qualified sales meeting program, again, at the consideration and decision stage. And this is a new and refreshing approach we'll touch upon. Our State of Industry Survey program is used to create content at awareness, consideration, and decision stages. And what's that all about? We help our customers easily create the most trusted forms of content in the volumes and varieties to drive multiple digital campaigns. And we're going to talk about, in our customers' words, how this content has a very high, unusually high conversion to revenue. And then tying this all together is, so you've taken the right steps. You've done the good market intelligence to know what you should be focusing on. You're doing a good job with awareness and consideration through programs like our SmartSend program. You're getting qualified meetings that are converting at a great rate. You've got good content. And so now you really need a feedback loop. What you really want to know, one of the most important critical KPIs to a business, is what is your win rate? So we've got an always-on win-loss analysis solution that we'll talk about that gives you that feedback that helps you continually improve your win rate. And lastly, this is not really a solution. This is an offering that we have. Is we perform monthly what we call Art and Science webinar series for our customers, where we have members of our customer community that are experts in certain areas, share their best practices, techniques, and advice. And so that's a service we offer for free to our customers, and many of you have probably already availed yourself of that, and we encourage everybody to do so. So let's touch upon that a little bit. So some of the webinars that we've had, and some of these we are reoccurring with a complete refresh. Our Art and Science of webinar series, our Art and Science of virtual conferences, Art and Science of podcasts is a program that we just did last month. We have sessions on thought leadership, marketing, competitive intelligence, and upcoming in another couple of weeks, November 6th, we're going to have a session focused devoted solely to our new win-loss analysis solution. In the past, we've done things like maximizing your event ROI and hot new formats. So please suggest a topic that you'd like us to talk about or you're interested in presenting. So now, kind of a staple of our business that virtually all of our customers avail of is our SmartSend email service. It's economical, starts at just $1,500, and again, that precise level of targeting to your community. And so how does that program work? It's really quick and easy. Simplicity is very important. It's simple, but not simplistic in its approach. What do? We take your compelling messages to our community. We drive them to your existing landing pages. That way you get that registration information immediately. So what does it do? It gives you registrations, also awareness and retargeting. Our customers use this program for webinars, for content, and for events and other Calls to action. I think an important thing to mention here is that we can help you in a pinch. Let's say you're a week or 4 days out from an important webinar and you have that sinking feeling in your stomach that the registrations just aren't where they should be. No worries. Give us a call and we can help you, as we say here, and as little as a week notice, but often in just a couple of days notice as well. Let's touch a little bit on our State of the Industry program. So what we do with this program is we conduct vendor-neutral surveys for our customers that are very precise, utilizing state-of-the-industry best practices, and they help our customers create the most trusted forms of content in the volumes and varieties of topics and formats to drive these multi-channel campaigns for thought leadership, for snackable content. And this content, this thought leadership content, is very often, or most often, read by decision makers. It's a very quick way for them to get spun up on what's new in the industry that they're a stakeholder in. It's very important for executives to be able to have a handle on that. And this is a quick way for them to do it. And it helps you through the whole sales cycle. That decision maker becomes impressed by the fact that you're educating them in this vendor-neutral way. They pass that information down to somebody else in their organization. And that 11th hour, when they're making that decision, should they buy from you or should they not buy from you, they get that reaffirmation from that incredible thought leadership piece that educated them, that was delivered by you to help them make that decision. And so you can listen here, click on these links. There's a couple of individuals, Jay Liang, Senior Marketing Manager at Illumio, and Erin Swanson, who is a Director of Marketing at Palo Alto Networks, talk about on previous webinars their experience with this program. To summarize what Jay had to say, she said the program was the gift that kept on giving. The report, the foundational report that they created from our survey, was the #1 non-product page, web page on their website. And it was interesting. They're #1 in Forrester's Wave for their security segment. And the report that they created from our survey outdrove leads from the Forrester report that they did, which they probably spent 3 times as amount of the money on. So again, helped her drive multiple digital campaigns. She said we were very, very invested in their success. And since this, they had done a second program with us. So one of the points that I raised earlier was the fact on the previous slide, in fact, was the fact that this content is very, very good about converting to revenue. And for the reasons that we mentioned, you're starting with decision makers and they're helping you through that process. And so Erin now, she's actually finished her 6th program with us. The 2019 report that they made from the survey that we delivered was attributed to $2 million in closed won revenue. And at the time of her speaking on this webinar in the May timeframe, they had $3 million in 2020 pipeline, developed 10 pieces of content, and again, felt we were great to work with. Qualified sales meetings. So this is another area where we've got quite a bit of differentiation. Our customers had asked us to get into this space. Why? Because they weren't happy, didn't have great success with the traditional call center approaches. So we did a 10-company listening tour. We decided to get into this market with a differentiated approach. And the results are about 35% conversion to qualified opportunities. A big differentiator is time to value. There's no training required to get us up to speed. And on a follow-up call, we'll explain to you just why that is and how that happens. So first meetings are typically calendared 7 to 10 days. We have a satisfaction guarantee. There's no long-term commitment. In fact, all programs start with a very affordable 10-meeting pilot. which gives you enough statistical significance to feel confident about investing at a higher rate to enjoy those returns and filling that opportunity pipeline for your sales team. And I should mention that customers of all types use this program, from small startups that are just finding their way in the market and need meetings to refine their product, to companies that are having trouble getting meetings in general. Maybe they're not market leaders, maybe they're market followers or whatever, and they're having problems, all the way up to our customers who are best resourced market leaders who are doing everything right in marketing and sales, but they still need more meetings. And so those are some of the types of customers that we help. Now, a little bit about our market intelligence program. We talked about that the fact from my way of thinking is this is where all customers should start. Why? Because it helps inform your strategies and your tactics to understand, to confidently identify the best initiatives that you can embark on. So which initiatives you spin up, which ones you spin down, which ones you modify, do a little bit more of, or do a little bit less of in a bunch of different areas. So these are typically bought by marketing, and marketing in the process becomes a hero with the rest of the organization because they're also bringing value to the product group, the strategic team, sales enablement as well. And so what are you learning? You're learning what the market knows about you, how they perceive you and your competitors. What are they looking for? What are their needs? What are their requirements? How do they buy? Test your messages and things like that. So you really develop a 360-degree understanding of your customer, persona development as well, that helps you drive what you do, the investments that you make. And again, this is decision quality plus and minus 3% accuracy, so you can confidently bank on this information. And then, so the last solution that we'll talk about today is our win-loss analysis solution. So to our way of thinking, the most efficient way to increase revenue is to understand why you're winning, why you're losing, against whom, and under what circumstances, and what are the practical actions that you should take to win more. So the interesting thing about this program is it's highly differentiated from the traditional old phone interview-based approach that suffers from a lot of different issues. In the way of accuracy and statistical significance, and to be able to get that really quantitative understanding, the times those programs take to spin up, the fact that in those programs, you're not always analyzing the opportunities, those are the right ones to analyze. You're analyzing the ones that are meetings for your easiest or calls to get. So this program is very accurate. It's what we call an always-on program, so it can also help you spot emerging trends that may be concerns for you or may become advantages for you. So you can act upon those things well before they become material, and that problem affects your business in an adverse way. So I encourage everybody to learn more about this program. We think this is a very important part of the overall cycle. This feedback loop is really the most efficient and profitable way to increase revenue to our way of thinking. And so finally today, we're going to talk about our exciting new referral program. So if you are satisfied, and virtually all of our customers are, with what we're doing for you, and you appear within your organization in another area where we have another solution that can address and help them, or people that you've worked with in the past, we have a very simple, easy mechanism now for you to make referrals to those individuals and be rewarded in the process. So you've got a new application, and what we do is either by email or by text. Many of our customers prefer text, and we do this in a very, very selective way. We send you a link and a little bit about this offer and opportunity, and you could share it with your colleagues. And it's a unique link to you that you share. And if your colleague clicks on that link and registers, you earn points or gift cards. It's your choice of those two. And each offer will specify the referral amount. So we're making this very easy. If you're feeling great about what we're doing, we encourage you to please refer us to others. That's really the main way we grow our business. And it's the way we're able to actually price at the levels we do, because there's a very low cost of sales for us because our business is growing on referral. So it's to everybody's interest, and we really appreciate it if you can take advantage of this solution.
Hey, Tom, there's a question. Wonder if you might be able to answer that one real quick. It says, is your market intelligence?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, just to.
Yeah, so that's a good question, Parker. So we do use Max Diff when we're helping our customers understand what combination of their attributes and solutions are best to put together. There's all sorts of ideas you can have about features and all that, but it's really getting that unique collection. So on requirement surveys, we do use Max Diff. It's a really, really powerful tool. And in all cases, it's a 360-degree view. So thanks for asking. That's a great question.
Thank you. And one other question I just wanted to reply to. There's a question about our guaranteed meetings program. I like to call them guaranteed conversations, which is really working out well. And our customers are showing not only great conversions to opportunities, but actual revenue, which is very encouraging. The question is, what areas are covered? And outside of North America, we do have a presence in Central America, South America, the Caribbean, Australia, New Zealand, just about everywhere. So if there is a particular geography that you might be targeting, please let us know, and we'll look at our engaged audience, see and make sure we have enough of a overlap to make a program be successful for you. So we do have coverage just about everywhere in the world. And Tom, thanks for the information on the referral program. So you'll be seeing some emails, and for those that like text messages, you could opt in that way, but we'll be sending out some information to you within the next week. And it's a great way to earn some extra Amazon gift cards or points just by sharing information like this with your colleagues in marketing and sales. So thank you everybody for attending today. Tom, thanks for doing a great job. Appreciate it.
Thanks, everybody.